I really think, especially given the fact that Supergirl is the next movie on the docket, that the next film, being called a Super Family Team-Up, is going to be a Superman and Supergirl team-up movie. And for those of you that haven't read the comics, that is canon with the comics. They're adapting the Woman of Tomorrow comic arc with Supergirl, where essentially, in the beginning, something really tragic happens to somebody very close to Supergirl. I will not spoil who it is for the sake of not spoiling intentionally what happens in the movie, but something tragic happens to someone she loves, and she goes on a cross-galaxy adventure to find the person and get revenge. And accompanying her is a little girl that, again, I will not spoil for anyone that wants to be surprised going into the movie, but she has to, on one hand, grow up and get out of this adolescent, teen angst, heavily drinking version of herself and become the hero that she was destined to be. But because, unlike Superman, who was shipped off to Earth and spared having to see his home planet destroyed, he grew up with loving parents. Supergirl did not get cryogenically frozen and sent to a different planet. She had to watch the destruction of her planet and everyone she knows and loves die. And that messes with her and leaves her really traumatized and has a lot of PTSD. And although by the end of Woman of Tomorrow, she goes through a lot of really messed up stuff that really tests her limits, and she also does some stuff that's some really violent, grotesque, R-rated like stuff because she's just so angry at the hand that the world has given her. When she eventually does come to Earth after that quest she goes on, she is more of a hero than she was at the start of Woman of Tomorrow, but she's still a little asshole. And Superman kind of teaches her humility and love and respect and being a good person. And that's a really interesting dynamic that I think could play out over the course of the next Superman film, where the sequel would be them teaming up to take on a threat while she's being a little asshole, and he has to kind of teach her the right way to do things, at least the way that he does things. And it makes for a great character arc for both of them. For her getting out of the way of her own idiotic teen angst type behavior, and him having to take someone under his wing and be kind of like the parental figure that he's never had to do before.